All right, guys, today we are doing one of our favorite things to do with venison, and that is making jerky. This is the deer that I killed past November. If you haven't seen the video, there's a two-part series that Rachel actually put together on YouTube, so go check that out. But super excited for this one. What we did, we actually deboned one of the hindquarters for this. We've already made jerky out of one of the other hindquarters, but this one had just been sitting in our freezer for the last couple months here, and it's Super Bowl Sunday. Figured what better way to spend the day than kill some time and make some jerky.
Yeah, we're in a one-bedroom apartment downtown Calgary. Don't have a lot of room. Don't have a Traeger on our deck, unfortunately. So we're gonna do it in the oven. We've done this a few times. We watched a YouTube video. We can link it below. The lady was so sweet, and apparently her jerky's the best. And we haven't had any complaints about it since we've made it.
No.
Maybe our landlord will say something about the oven when we leave, but that is to be determined. Melissa, if you're watching this, you didn't hear that. Okay, this is your shopping list that you do before you start this process. You're gonna need a jerky making kit. This is nice because it gives you the exact ratios that you need. For this one, you need at least 5 pounds of meat, which we have. Got this from Cabela's, but apparently there's a place down in Southeast Calgary, it's a refrigerator store that is better. I don't know. I would recommend stainless steel bowls. They're just a little bit more sanitary. I got mine at the thrift store for like $1.50. You can never go wrong with that. What are you doing? Oh. You're gonna need an oven. It's kind of key to the oven jerky. So if you don't have an oven, this video is not for you. Aluminum foil to line the bottom of the oven with because it can get messy. Some skewers. These ones are jumbo. Got this at Co-op. I'm sure you can find it at any grocery store in your area if you don't have a cooperative grocery store. And then a large, extra large bag, Ziploc or whatever brand you prefer. This is what it will marinate in overnight. And meat. You need meat and water as well. That's your grocery list. You're welcome.
Hello.
So we're gonna cut up the meat into jerky-sized pieces and then show you how we marinate it. So you have 2 bowls. You have a garbage bowl, right?
Yeah, scrap bowl, and then a bowl for our jerky strips. When we did debone it, there's still some silver skin on it and some sinew. So picking off that stuff now, you want to make sure that you get that off. Nobody wants to eat that, especially on a piece of jerky.
We're doing like a millimeter or a 1/4 of an inch. Get our metric in there, represent. This is our first time making jerky ourselves. Well, not this time, but this season is our first time making jerky ourselves.
The first couple batches turned out really well.
Can't wait for everyone to tell us how we're doing this wrong.
Oh, yeah. We're just going to divvy this up. Half the meat in one bag, half the meat in the other. Perfect.
So Jim's bag is 5 pounds and mine is 3.5 pounds. So I'm just going to do some math.
And I'm just going to stir up our marinade here. So you add the entire packet into 1 cup of water. And then you add the entire packet of the pink salt as well into that cup. Stir, and feel free to add a little bit more into it. You know, if you like your jerky spicier or more peppery, or you want to add sriracha or soy sauce or brown sugar, whatever it is. There's obviously no rules. It's your jerky, so make it whatever you want. All right, so my marinade is completely whisked, ready to go. All I'm going to do here is add it into my 5-pound bag of meat. After that, I'm just going to give it a good kind of almost like a little massage. Make sure all the meat and the seasoning and the marinade's all mixed in. And then you're going to let that just sit in the fridge for about 24 hours. Obviously, the longer that you let it sit, the more that it's going to be flavorful, and all those seasonings and juices and whatnot are going to be soaked in. So
Some places, like professional places, have a tumbler that tumbles the jerky for like the 24 hours that it's marinating. So what I do is kind of every time I pass by the fridge, within reason, I'll go in and like massage the meat, flip it over.
Give it a little zhuzhing.
Yeah, the flavor's flowing. Are you gonna add anything here?
I don't know. Maybe some steaks with.
I'm gonna add crushed chili peppers. You're gonna add Worcester,
Yeah, a little bit of Worcester.
sriracha, low sodium soy sauce, gluten free. And actually, all of these are gluten free. Sesame oil. I love sesame oil. Just a little bit more sugar. That's it. Well, for now.
Yeah, so we'll check back in tomorrow night. We're gonna let these puppies sit in the fridge for about 24 hours, and then we'll get them in the oven tomorrow.
Stay tuned for more. It's 24 hours for us, but for you, it's just a second.
What do you think? Do you think we have enough room for both?
We should have lined the bottom before we turned it on. Oh my god, I've been recording that whole time.
All right, so it's the next day. We got our meat. These guys have been marinating for about 24 hours here, so now we're going to throw them on the skewers and get them into the oven.
So basically what you're doing is you're going to be placing these in your oven to hang and cook, I guess.
Yeah.
So you need to space them out so that they'll fit in between the wire rack in your oven. I took out our middle rack, so it's just the top and bottom, so that if we have longer pieces, they're not like touching the rack below and getting fused on there.
When it's in the bag, they're also going to get like clumped up and rolled up into a ball. You want to make sure that you stretch them out so that they're getting nice and aired out.
This is a great time for you to chirp the person that you're doing this with for how bad they are at cutting.
Order in your bag.
Yeah, all the meat went into the same bowl.
I didn't see it.
We have video evidence. I don't really have much else to talk to you guys about.
Yeah, that's about it. All right, we got all the jerky skewered up. We got 2 full racks, both flavors. Got the oven set to 200 degrees, convection bake. Got the door propped open a little bit. We'll be running this for anywhere between 3 to 4 hours, periodically checking in. So I'm sure the next time you guys come to see us, we will have a bowl full of jerky and we'll be digging into it.
It's been a few days. The week got away from us. So after leaving them out overnight to kind of dry out a little bit more, we've kept them in a Ziploc bag in the fridge. And now it's Saturday. It's been almost a full week. And now is my favorite part, because it's the most satisfying part, is vacuum sealing individual or however big of a portion that you want for long-term storage.
After all said and done, came out with about 6 pounds of dried meat. Obviously, through the cooking process, you're going to lose about half of that weight.
And what is the best flavor?
I don't know. That's up for debate.
I think yours is better this time.
Think? Depends what you're looking for. Obviously, if you're not a spicy guy, you're probably not going to like our jerky. So, great flavor.
No, not bad. Okay, for vacuum sealing your jerky, you're going to want to have your vacuum bags, a scale, and then a vacuum sealer. I really like this one. We'll link it below. We got it from Canadian Tire, and there's usually a sale going at some capacity throughout the year on these things. So when you are cutting your bag, I always prefer to have the label at the very top and the meat below. You can see with this one that the label is right on the jerky. You can't really read it. So to make a seal, open this guy up. This is where the sealing happens. So just place it somewhere near the top, close it in, make sure it's clipped on both sides, and just press seal, and it should get to work. If it doesn't work, then it might be broken. To release, there's 2 buttons on the side. Press them both, put it up, and there you can see that there is a heat seal at the very top, and it'll be hot to touch when you first pull it out. Now is the optimal time to label it. For this batch, we're doing just around 150 grams, between 150 and 200 grams per pack. So now, like I mentioned before, just so that you can make sure that you can see what's in here, try your best just to shove it all below that line. And then the only thing is you have to make sure that the open end is in this channel, because that's where it vacuum seals out of. So put that in there, clip it in, push it up. Voila. You're good to go. And then repeat that a million more times, and then you're set.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Obviously, we know this isn't the only way to do it. There's plenty of ways out there. If you got any tips, tricks, please leave a comment below. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.
Hello.